What's up, Cancer friends? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I always get so excited to do your readings. I got mad love from my Cancer gang, so thank you guys, and welcome to the newbies. Happy to have you. So yeah, general readings for career, money, and finance, all things related to that. This is going to be end of January into end of February. As always, not everything I say will resonate with all the Cancers out there, so please only take away messages that you feel are for your best and highest good. Cancer, you will know intuitively what those are. If something feels foreign or strange, if it doesn't fit your circumstance or scenario, drop it like it's hot. Don't take on that energy. That means it's probably a message for someone else. But as always, give these messages time to resonate. Don't put pressure on yourself to make everything fit right here, right now. That's not how energy works. So if in a few hours, days, weeks, if something hits you and clicks, take it and run with it. That means it was your message. Awesome. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. I love that. You're going to be celebrating something. What else do you need to know? Everything else is written in the description box below, and that is going to include the decks I am using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, and as of recently, .com. I am the intuitiveteacup.com. Check out my website if you want to learn more about me, if you want to learn a little bit more about tarot. Check that out if you are interested. Otherwise, I'm happy to have you here on YouTube. As always, like, share, subscribe wherever you can. That helps me a whole lot. It helps this message get out to those who need to see it and want to see it. Other than that, we're going to hop in. Damn, Ace of Cups and 2 of Pentacles, bottom of your deck. So options, both of which are going to bring you happiness. It's funny, you have 1, 2, 3. I actually really like that. So there's growth and like natural progression in some way. It's something about going through the proper channels, taking the right steps, not rushing into anything, intuitively following your heart, and something about aligning with a greater source, with spirit, about knowing the right steps to take at the right time. You don't need to be stressed about this and worried that you're going to make a mistake, because you're not. As long as you come at it from a clear headspace, and again, aligning with your heart, it's something like 1, 2, 3. Everything like aligns for you. I'm getting the visual of, this is so random, Mary Poppins, when she snaps her fingers and like all the dolls stand up or all the toys go in the chest at once. It's very Cancerian. It's very witch energy, very like kind of psychic intuition, very very otherworldly. Some of you, numerology is playing a huge role in some of your life, seeing the same numbers multiple times. The number 1, 2, 3 or 123 might mean something to some of you. An address, the place of your business, something on an envelope you get in the mail. 1, 2, 3. And again, it's very like boom, boom, boom. It's right in a row. It's something about it's cosmically guided. You have Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess I saw earlier. I love in this deck, it's a little Mrs. Butterworth or whatever it's supposed to be, adorable. And the Star. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's like a cosmic blessing on this, something about your angels or your spirit guides, or something about communicating to you in numbers or even like statistics. I don't know if some of you work in like finances, or I don't even know, like mathematicians, something like that. And that's not for all of you, but something about numbers is going to be very significant in Aquarius season into Pisces season. And again, particularly 1 and 2. You have 1 and 2 again. Oh my goodness, this is looking real good, Cancer. The 2 of Swords, a decision about some sort of opportunity that rests in your hands, right? It's your potential. It's your seed to grow. Yeah, the High Priestess, again, this isn't a fear-based thing. If you're not going to miss the boat, you're not going to miss the opportunity, because intuitively you know, again, the proper course of action to take. There may be some sort of opportunity in which you can skip a step. Or 7 of Cups, something about multiple opportunities being presented to you. You will know which one to cut. You will know which one doesn't serve you. And I mean, it could be romantic offers. That's not going to be for everyone. But more so than anything, cups in a career spread can be money flow, opportunities to fill your cup, opportunities to fill your bank account or your heart, right? Make you happy. There's going to be like a very easy sniff. There's going to be nope, I don't need that one. Nope, that one's not for me. It's like you read a job description and you're like, oh no, I would never do that. It's going to be easy, but there is going to be an influx of opportunities. Absolutely. With 7 of Cups, and again, 1, 2, 3, you may have 3 different options come your way. You may have 3 different recruiters reach out to you. You may have 3 different callbacks on a job or on an audition or on an interview. Again, something about the 1, 2, 3, that's very important. And that may be even like the beginning of, if you're involved in music, something about music notes or a drum beat. Or even comedy, stand-up comedy, like ba-dum-bum. I keep hearing that. It's very like, it's drum beats. It's musical, the way it comes in. I keep harping on that, but it's important to some of you. And again, 3 of Cups was the first bottom of your deck. I just spat. I hope you didn't see that. 3 of Cups is all about celebration among groups, right? So going out with your coworkers, happy hours, raising a toast to you, raising a toast to those you love around you. Some of you may be literally going to a wedding or a graduation or a celebration. I'm getting champagne specifically. So yeah, there's a celebration of some kind. It could be your best friend's birthday. For those of you who got some Aquarian friends or Pisces friends, absolutely. But there's also something about your name is recognized. Your name is spoken in a way that it draws attention to you in a nice way. It highlights your achievement or your abilities. You may get 3 different text messages that, again, they all revolve around the same thing. If it's not a job opportunity, it may actually be 3 of your friends or your soul tribe reaching out to you being like, oh, congratulations, you finally, got into that school or whatever, launched your product or your business or made some sort of move forward on, like, I heard germination, getting the seed up and running, getting something up and off the ground rather than just holding it, almost like keeping it sacred, which was your high priestess energy. It's something about when you actually plant the seed or release it into the world, give it nurture, give it water, right? Give it life, give it love. Oh God, Cancer, this sounds like a bad poem. Give it life, give it love. What song is that? Give Me Peace on Earth by George Harrison. I love that song. That's something important. Yeah, anyway, when you bring it out up into the world, okay, it has to do with unearthing it from your subconscious. That's what it is. Because usually with the high priestess, it's refraining, it's keeping it internal, secret within. Here it's not. Again, it's like the star player. Sometimes if you're involved in a career in the arts, when the star comes up, this is like celebrity. This is like your star shining for those to see, for others to look at. Also a card of Aquarius. So again, in Aquarius season, even if you're not involved in the arts or entertainment or being on stage, though some of you absolutely are. Yeah, it's in Aquarius season, it's bringing it out into the light. Again, bringing it into love. That's a weird way of phrasing it, but it is. It's like letting your soul tribe embrace it and celebrate it. Something about a notable accomplishment that it's on your way to becoming a success. It's on its way to becoming in alignment with like your long-term goals, your long-term wishes, your wish fulfillment of like symbolically the family, right? Legacy through the generations, through the years. Some of you may be building a family, sure, but more than anything, it's like this is potentially the start of a career that's going to serve you for many years down the line and offer at minimum stable income. Like every month you're still hitting the mark. You're still making the something about not being in the red, not being in like desperate holy shit. This is slowly going to build, and I am just getting 10 of Cups. Let's be real. It's an amazing freaking card. Like it's what we call like the fairy tale ending. So again, it's starting with a seed. It's starting with an aces, potentially business partnership with an earth sign and you Cancer, a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There could be some, and it could be romantic partnership too. I mean, I'm not reading for love, but yeah, that would indicate some sort of solid partnership. Or again, if both these aces start with you, it's a career that it is stable and like reliable. Earth energy, seed energy. It's practicality, as well as something that gives you happiness. I almost said birth, and I don't know why, but maybe you are giving birth to like this new idea. It's like birthing the baby. It's actually exposing it to the world, bringing something to the public's eye, to again the spotlight on stage, bringing it to the forefront, putting it online, marketing, putting it up on billboards, on posters, on something for people to see. Yeah, I like that a lot. Something about a rainbow might be important. A song with the lyrics rainbow in it, especially for those who are like in a band, drummers. Yeah, some of you are in like a music group, especially with a Capricorn and a Scorpio. Wow. So Capricorn's going to be a key player in your life. You may have very strong Capricorn in your chart, but it is also, wow, I'm getting hit with so many messages. There's also someone in your life that is a Capricorn that you bounce ideas off of very well. and it may be a romantic partner, and it's someone who helps you to face your shadow self, your devil energy. They help pull you up when you're not feeling you're at your best, when you're kind of stuck in like clouded judgment, darker energies, because we're all human, right? We have that on your shitty days. This is almost like a kind of like an earth angel in your life. They help pull you up, and Capricorn is your natural pairing. So yeah, a best friend, a romantic partner, however that resonates for you. Also someone who's very good with their funds, with their money, with their finances. They're quite thrifty, but they offer you valuable insight on how to grow your business and how to grow your bank account. This person is also encouraging you to take care of your body more. This could even be like a life coach, but it could be like a fitness coach at a gym. So even if they're not spreading wisdom in terms of like your finances, yeah, something about the body. They're encouraging you to like cleanse your body. So maybe you're starting a diet or doing something that like releases toxins from your body, sweating it out, because with that, your perception, your third eye, your intuition is on point. It's stronger when your body is stronger, if that makes sense. So yeah, for my Cancers who, if, depending on where you are, if it's cold, it's winter, you're not feeling like, taking that jog, get on the treadmill, get on a bike, do something for your body, even, yoga, whatever it is for you, because releasing toxins, it like opens up your third eye. You are going to be a better channel for messages from source, from higher spirit, when you are taking care of your body. Some of you have issues with your body. There's a part of you that, as proud as you are of your skill, your talent, this job, you want to remain in the background. You don't want the center spotlight. You don't want the center stage. But I'm getting that's a conflict of interest. So again, no shade. This is a little bit of tough love. But those who are struggling with body issues, you need to find a healthy way of coping with that. Because whatever it is that you're on the brink of doing, or possibly like in the works of already growing and building, it forces you into the spotlight, whether you want it to or not. So, and I'm not trying to gloss over some major psychological issues you may have about your body, about something someone said to you once, and it left like a traumatic kind of scar on you. This is indicating there needs to be a healthy way of kind of exposing the truth, of removing the blindfold, of seeing yourself as you actually are. And again, these negative thoughts, they're false. They're false beliefs. So again, counseling, going to see a psychologist, this or that, sure, absolutely. There's no stigma there. But again, something about not wanting to hide. If it doesn't have to do with body dysmorphia or something like that, it does have to do with a lack of self-confidence. So yeah, understanding that you are going to be at the forefront. So as great as this idea is, as wonderful as these potentials are, they're never, wow, you have 3 aces, Cancer. Oh my God, you have all 4. Good Lord. And they're all in the same deck. Holy effing shit. Like, this is incredible, Cancer. That's what I'm saying. It's like, as much potential as you have, you're the magician, right? All the tools on your table, all the cards on the table, right? Literally. As good as this is, it will never get up and off the ground until you are seeing things with clarity. Again, your third eye, your psychic ability, your high priestess, that is you. The channel of communication from a higher source. Like, there's no middleman for you, Cancer. It's like you and universe, like, you're like that. They got you. It's like that very it's an amazing relationship that you could potentially have with like a higher source or a higher vibration. But when you don't think you deserve it or you're not good enough, it F's up the communication between like very important things and blessings trying to come your way. Like, something about this is the world to me. And again, I think you guys know me enough for the returning anyway. I'm not a hype man with cards. I don't like to promise you things that aren't going to come in, but like, are you kidding me? 4 aces and a 10 of cups? Like, Cancer, whatever you're thinking about doing or working on building, do not stop. This is like a blessing. This is a message from source or spirit or universe, whatever you believe in, that like, yeah, kid, keep going down that path. Like, if you build it, they will come. That's like such a good metaphor. You have all the tools already within you, Cancer. The aces start with us, to capitalize on something that is your wish fulfillment, that is your fairy tale ending. For some of you, it does have to do with romantic partnership, but because this is a career spread, this is saying if you invest your time in what you love, building the life of your dreams, that will attract romantic partnership like bees to honey. I just heard the Four Tops song, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, the Four Tops. The number 4 might be important to you. You are the 4th house of the zodiac, which is about like parent-child relationships. So maybe mending or healing of that, particularly if that's where your lack of confidence stems from. Yeah, there may be a conversation that you've been avoiding, particularly with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that will set you free. And I don't mean to like drag their name through the mud, but particularly it's either a Leo or a fire sign that had impact on you as a child, that it did sort of cloud your vision of what you would be able to accomplish as an adult. There's something about a misinterpretation of their words, taking it to heart, taking their truth as your truth. Yeah, it was like taking advice from a fire sign when you are a young water sign. That poses some difficulties, because for better or worse, fire signs and water signs can be beautiful pairings, but they see things very differently, not all the time. I don't mean to like paint broad strokes here in a general reading, but I just keep adding, a fire sign said something to you that really suffocated your passion or your desire to go after what it is that you really wanted. This is sort of removing the blindfold to recognize you're not a child anymore. You don't have to live under the dictatorship of that ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or mom or dad or grandmother. You don't need to follow suit in the tradition of being a lawyer when you want to be a painter. Do you understand? It's removing the blindfold to see that you hold the swords. You hold the potential for action forward, for, again, channeling messages or spreading your word, your messages out to the public, because Cancer, come on. Yeah, something about family dynamics is really important here. Scorpio had this as well, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So again, longevity through the years, through the generations. Sorry, just shook my camera. Loyalty from those surrounding you, building your dream home, your dream career with those you love, doing something you love. Something about this speaks very highly about a collaboration or a friendship that has lasted throughout the years, even if they're not your business partner. Again, the yin to your yang, someone who's like the goose to your maverick, be it romantic or not, going down a spiritual path. And the thing is, even though at times you feel alone, you're not. You have a network of people that are your cheerleaders, that are supporting you, not just on earth in the 3D, but like your ancestors, your guides, whatever you believe in. They're just like, I'm getting the Arsenio Hall, like, woo, 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 or whatever they do. Like, this is so funny, Cancer. I can't. It's good. So yeah, whatever this is, you need to free yourself. You hold the swords, right? You can cut yourself free at any time. But this, I'm not sidestepping. This is a very difficult headspace that you've been in for quite some time. So it's taking time to understand and assess the emotions, right? That water that comes up, what you feel in your heart when you think about these negative thoughts. Where is that stemming from? And again, for a lot of you, it has to do with like a childhood trauma or a childhood issue. But it's time to move on from that. You're on to bigger and better things. It's time to release those burdens that you're carrying around from the past. And again, your heart space, align with what it is that is calling you, Cancer. King of Cups, that's you. Again, a Scorpio and a Leo might play a very important role in your life, as well as a Capricorn. We've had Scorpio and Leo twice. Scorpio cards and Leo. Some of you one of your family members may be a Leo, or someone very close to you, a boyfriend, girlfriend, an ex, a best friend. Scorpio and Leo, again, transitioning out of the past, leaving old wounds behind, and embracing the future. It's literally death and rebirth. Water and fire, too. Very interesting. I just did Leo's reading, actually, so there might be something in that for you, particularly if you are going after some sort of career involved in the arts. As I was saying, being center stage, launched into like stardom or the spotlight, if that at all resonates with you, Leo had a lot of storylines regarding that issue. So yeah, you might want to check that out. All right, Cancer, I've had so many cards for you, I don't even know where to go. You did have the Two of Swords twice, so I just want to highlight the fact that, where are my Two of Swords at? Did I lose it? There it is. Yeah, there's something you're avoiding or blocking yourself off to energetically that you need to see. You are the seer. That is why the high priestess came up. So yeah, again, make sure you're taking care of your body, your mind, body, spirit, so that you can channel those important messages that spirit is like knocking on your door, leaving little gifts, little presents, because they want you to understand. They want you to go exploring. So Page of Cups and Page of Wands are coming up as your energy. Again, fire and water. Again, children. I don't want to keep using the word trauma, but something about reconciling something that happened with a fire sign or a water sign in your childhood. That is energetically something that is going to help set you free. I keep wanting to say that. For some of you, this was just some damage that an ex did to you, even like, I want to say many moons ago, which I love because Cancer, you are ruled by the moon. Even if it was years ago, you may not even recognize that in your subconscious, there's something about that trauma or trigger that's holding you back. Maybe you sung for them once and they told you had a terrible voice, and in the last 3 years you're like, I want to be a singer, but I feel like I can't. That might be the reason why you think you can't. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, something about going back to childhood, or if it has nothing to do with childhood wounds, which for some of you it doesn't, you may want to work with children and be healers. You may be almost like guidance counselor, or even I'm almost getting like a camp counselor. Something about taking kids on an adventure, telling them stories, encouraging them to work with their imagination, art teachers, pulling things out of their subconscious that set them free. Oh, wow, Cancer. This is like very, very cool energy. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, even if it's not literal travel, it's again this like cosmic thing. You want to bring children out of their shell to explore like their subconscious, and yeah, it's like setting them free to express or feel the things that they feel internally, but are hiding away. It's very crab energy, hiding in the shell. You want to like encourage them to like expose them. This sounds weird, but I'm going to keep going with it. Expose themselves in a natural way that it's building up their self-confidence. That sounded weird the way I said it, but I think you understand what I mean. It's not doing it for them. It's encouraging them to come out of their shell, to step into the light, to step into their confidence. And ironically, Cancer, that's something you've struggled with. So it's actually this beautiful yin and yang of you learning some karmic lessons and then wanting to be other people's angel to like, again, pull them up from out of the dead, wishes and dreams that they may have been hiding away or giving up on. It's like you sound the horn, you sound the trumpet and awake them. Again, the idea of musicians, musical notes, the drum beat, ba-dum-bum, tsh. You may even be doing like lectures or speeches where you're on stage and you might use humor as a catalyst or a mechanism to tell these stories that encourage other people to tell their stories. Yeah, you're trying to tap into other people's emotions and get them to tap into all these feelings and subconscious things that are kind of going on in their psyche, but they don't necessarily understand. You are trying to make them see. You want to make them seers. You are an earth angel. Yeah, again, childhood, the past. So again, not for all of you. This can sometimes be a card of soulmates. So aligning people with their soul path, with their soul purpose, making them an earth angel. It's almost like you passing the baton, because once you do learn sort of some karmic lessons of how you held yourself back maybe for so long, it's almost like you're passing on the knowledge, the wisdom that you've gained. It's like you're giving people the tools they need that have always existed within them. Again, it's like you're passing them on. Almost like a generational gift, like that necklace that your mom had and your grandmother had and your great-grandmother had. That's for some of you. Or even the gift of sight, right? Intuition, psychic abilities, tarot reading. Passing something along and empowering others to use their gift, empowering others to chase their dreams. There's a card of the past, sentimentality, childhood, family. Again, something about Leos. Leos are the 5th house, which is all about childhood. Cancer's parent and child relationships. You might be the parent in a relationship with a Leo child who maybe you feel like their trajectory was, away from you, or they ran from you. Something about a troubled relationship there is coming up. So what is the challenge here? Well, there's the Leo card. Yeah, fixing Okay, couple things. Fixing potentially a family dynamic or someone who is so close to you they feel like family. Bringing the cups together again. The Three of Cups can also be reunions if it's not celebration. And the Three of Cups typically talks about multiple parties, multiple people. Here it's like let's get down to like the nitty gritty of fixing this relationship. And I do just keep wanting to say Leo, Leo, Leo. That might be something. Maybe the name Leo, that's not for everybody, but also someone with a lion tattoo or a rose tattoo, something like that. Someone who, I don't know, is involved in hunting or fish and game, something like woodsman outdoors type stuff. Not for everyone. And also the last name Lion with a Y, Lyon, lions. Something about a lion on a flag, or a sports team, anyway, I'm going all over the place here, but I'm getting all these downloads. Yeah, a reparation of a relationship where you guys come together in harmony. This is also for some of you who don't want to fix this, particularly if it's with an ex that did some serious damage. For those who are not looking to reconcile or repair or reunite, making peace with the past, regarding this was a relationship that I said this to Leo as well. It was the rose. It was beautiful. The color, it drew you in, right? Like a fire sign. It draws your eye, that light, but it's got some thorns to it, doesn't it? Like it stings. There's a prick, right? Some of you, your challenge or focus is making peace with the past. So again, you can open up yourself as like a vessel for communication so that it expedites your abilities to move forward on your dreams, on your goals, because there is something about a relationship with a fire sign that's holding you back. Maybe it's your best friend. Maybe you guys had some arguments, some conflicts, and maybe both of you are like, well, he started it. Well, she started it. I'm not moving forward. They have to reach out to me. But if you're both doing this, it's like someone's got to give. And let's be real, Cancer. We know it's going to be you. If it's between you and a fire sign, who's going to give first? And I can already hear some of you like, no, I am not reaching out to them. Then don't. If you don't want to, then, this probably isn't your message. But yeah, Leos are very headstrong. They have a lot of pride. Cancers come from a very pure heart space. And again, the family, the parent, it is always going to be like a parent adult mentality of wanting to protect your clan, wanting to protect your kids. There's a protective mothering type nature to your personality. Leos are more like headstrong, very fierce, very sharp. But yeah, they have trouble. Not all Leos. Some Leos have trouble. What is the word? Pride. Pride is a very big factor for Leo. You guys know this. What is the help available to you? The Three of Moths. All right. Yeah, be patient, waiting for your ships to come in. Keep working towards it, right? Keep manifesting. Keep putting those aces into use. Keep building on this like $1 million idea, right? I say that with a wink, right? I'm not necessarily saying it's $1 million, but yeah, there's huge potential here, Cancer. With a Scorpio, I keep being brought back to that. You may have a very strong Scorpio in your chart. You could have a Scorpio moon or Venus or Jupiter. And I say that because Jupiter is all about expansion, finances. Check your birth chart. If you've never done that, there's a link down below in my dialogue box there. It's all free. Plug in some information. I'll give you your birth chart. It's fascinating to learn about. Highly recommend it. Okay, so you have Eight of Swords again under the waiting for your ships. The help available to you is being self-aware. I'm looking for my other Eight of Swords. Okay. There's an understanding that comes with knowing you are still a work in progress, and that is amazing. That is beautiful. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Some of you are thinking, I heard hypocrite. You are fearing the worst. This is so much in tune with Leo's reading. It's absolutely insane. I gave them the metaphor of you are fearful that someone is going to lift the curtain to see behind the act, the illusion, that you're a fake, that you're a phony. And again, false beliefs. It's something about like you're crucifying yourself. You're not forgiving yourself for past mistakes, for letting other people interrupt your energy, for letting other people, again, leave scars on your hearts that really threatened your confidence, your ability to move forward. There's something about you're worried about exposing the truth about yourself or being vulnerable. And it's more presenting as You're afraid to, sorry. You are trying to be a perfectionist or absolutely perfect, untouchable. When you move forward with this, and I'm just getting, you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You should be celebrating the difficulties that you've had to overcome. You should be embracing the fact that, as I was saying, there's a mirror effect of what you want to help people do versus what you've gone through or what you're still going through. You don't need to be perfect to want to reach out and help people. If anything, your stories make you a survivor. They make you more informed about difficulties other people might be going through, especially children. Keeps coming up over and over. It's like trying to be the master in a field where you don't feel educated enough. You're striving for perfection, but you're missing the point entirely. What makes you imperfect is actually a huge skill. Or I think you understand what I'm saying. Your imperfections are not something you need to gloss over and hide. They are what need to be celebrated. Because it lets other people know that they don't need to be perfect. And again, the whole parent-child dynamic, and it could go either way. But if you had a parent that was constantly putting you down or criticizing you, particularly if your parent was a Virgo, yeah, there's something about letting that go, understanding that their truth was not your truth. And then again, passing that generational knowledge down, whether it's your children or not. And some of my Cancers may be putting heavy pressure on their children, and this is a red flag, like, hey, like, this could be your kid if you don't like ease up a little bit. Particularly those who are married to a Leo, if you have children together, make sure that you or your wife, your husband, your partner is not making your children feel attacked or threatened by perfectionism. Underscore on that. There's an overwhelmingness of moving forward with what your heart is telling you to do because you want it to be perfect. You may have strong Gemini in your chart. And again, it's not about perfection. It's about unearthing, putting into the spotlight, being vulnerable, exposing yourself for the truth of who you really are, baggage and all. This is what makes you who you are, Cancer. It's not just your victories, your celebrations. It's all the bullshit you've gone through. Those are almost the stories that people need to hear the most. These are the things that people are going to connect with on a soul level. Your strength, endurance, willpower is what is inspiring others. That is almost this metaphoric, like a generational gift you are passing on to celebrate your burdens and to encourage each other. Like, we're in this fight together. Like, we'll pull through together. Like, I got you, right? I'll step in and help you when you need it. Wow. That is the help available to you, recognizing your vulnerabilities and celebrating them, and also not being afraid to ask for help. Some of you are really still stuck, and sometimes on some days are good, some days are bad. That's what I'm getting. On your difficult days, those are the ones you need to ask for help the most, and I'm getting, again, the perfectionist in you is afraid to ask for help because you think it's going to make you look weak, or something about reflect poorly on what it is you're trying to do. You think you have to be the trailblazer of like, self-help or guidance or nurturing. Like, you always have to be the mom. Sometimes it's okay to let someone be your mom or you know what I mean? To like something about what is that called? A trust fall. When you like close your eyes and go back and, your soul tribe catches you. And it's also indicating universe, spirit's got you, right? Yeah, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be afraid, but it's not good to let those thoughts eat away at you. Here, those thoughts are winning. They are your prison. They are your trap. Cutting yourself free. And not only that, letting people help set you free, right? They can cut the ropes for you. It's up to you whether you want to step outside the circle of swords, the thoughts that are keeping you back. But something about asking for help, again, the soul tribe, multiple people who come at you with love and affection and admiration. Final advice or guidance for Cancer, 2 of Cups. All right. So again, that was your challenge or focus. I'm just going to say the relationship with a Leo, for better or worse, whether you want to fix it or leave it behind, make peace with it. Something about the past too. That was in your challenge. So your guidance, again, 2 of Cups is coming up, a card of Cancer, right? And partnership. Frequently, this is a card of finding a good, like, dating, a good date, someone who's compatible with your heart, with your what it is that you love and desire. And the Two of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, so some of you are still figuring out where a person fits in your life. You're wondering if you need to hold space for them. You're wondering if they serve a purpose in your life, or if it was like closing out of a chapter, I'm ready to finally release it. It's something you're still struggling with. And that's what this is acknowledging. I'm tempted to clarify it, and it may have to do with a Capricorn. I'm tempted to clarify it, but to be honest, I can already tell your advice or guidance, it's coming up as twos, and twos are indecision. Again, 2 and 2, the number 4. Something about the number 4, and your spread started with 1, 2, 3. That's interesting that your advice or guidance is 4. So that says to me moving on. And something about a staircase. It's one up. It's, you may not understand it, but you are ascending higher. Ascension symptoms for those who, again, are on a spiritual path. You're in alignment. You are meant to go through this sort of awkward indecision with a relationship that I think some of you don't know if this is still the one. You don't know if you still need to make room to have that father in your life who didn't treat you well, or however it resonates, right? The decision rests with you. You have multiple 2s, right? A difficult decision that I think for the longest time you were avoiding or didn't want to see the truth on. Super important to note, both these cards are wearing a blindfold, and they're both cards of keeping yourself stuck. If you and both of them do indicate, with the water here and the water there, tapping into your intuition, your higher self, your spiritual self, your third eye, that is going to guide you in making the right decision. And again, the trust fall, your soul tribe got you, your angels, your guardians, universe, they are helping to communicate with you about this decision and about the partnerships that you can keep in your life and the ones that you really deserve. The ones that align, again, like cosmic relationships. It's something about holding out for all the bells and whistles. Holding out for something even better than I think some of you were settling for. And you do have 2 of Pentacles twice. The Hierophant. Yeah, I think you're looking for someone who's, this feels romantic. I don't mean to make it that, but I'm just calling it like I see it. This is sometimes the card of marriage, the Pope, institutions, again, family dynamics as well, if a Taurus plays a key role in your life in any way, but also committing to a spiritual path. Again, something about excess weight. If you're still carrying around energetically a person or juggling something in your life where it's really not serving you, it's more of a distraction. This is about aligning your cup, and oh, this is such a beautiful metaphor. The idea, if you've been holding a cup for someone who is no longer in your life, especially a romantic partner, it's almost like taking what's left of like, I just want to say energetically, taking what's left in the cup you were holding for them, the space you were holding for them, it's like dumping it into your own cup and being like, no, I take it back. Like, this is my energy, this is my life, this is my love. And like, I'm committing to something better. I'm committing to something higher. And again, more aligned with my purpose here on earth, or whatever it is, my career. Because that's going to attract followers. Something about you're holding space for something that at least at the moment you might not need to. And this could also indicate new love with a Taurus, especially if you're dating around or have your eye on someone. A Taurus or a Capricorn. You've had multiple Capricorns in your life, and that is your natural pairing, so that makes sense. But yeah, it's almost like an old Capricorn and a new Capricorn for some of you. Who's willing to work on something with you long term. And this work you're doing with them, whether it's romantic or a business partnership, could absolutely be that. It won't feel like work. You will enjoy the work. It's not to say it's going to be easy. It's not to say you can be lazy. But this is indicating when you're in it, you're enjoying it because you know that it's bringing reward to your life. It's work that feels rewarding. Again, community-based, helping people align with their path, with their vision. Invest in yourself more. And then as I say that, the Lovers. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You definitely, 2 of Cups is like my dating card. You may have 2 options. We did say that at the very beginning. We said Earth and water, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have a lot of earth energy here. These 3 cards. And again, Capricorn keeps like screaming at me over here. So you may have multiple signs you're dealing with if you are dating, or particularly an earth sign and a Gemini. Maybe a water sign. Important choices to make. And whether or not those who are at a distance, whether you still want to hold space for them, whether energetically you're still willing to give that relationship a chance. I gotta be honest, I don't know what this has to do with your career and finances, other than the fact that this relationship is a heavy weight on your heart, that again, it's like impacting your heart chakra so that you can't invest in like the career of your dreams because like a relationship is holding you up. So I know that's a little bit conflicted. So I'm going to wrap you up with one final question. Regarding specifically finances, any last advice or guidance for Cancer? That one. Okay. Communication with a soulmate. For better or worse, right? Whether you want to release them energetically, and in that case, it could be your thoughts. You're aligning yourself mentally to release them, or for those looking to reconcile, communicating about a soulmate partnership, a karmic partnership, that will set you free. Again, what's missing here is, that rope that's binding you, that blindfold. It's like you got to cut it. You got to rip it off. We said that too about there may be options and you will know instantly what to cut. That is important here. Something about the cutting. Could be an Aquarius too that you're dealing with. Oh, no, that's a timestamp. An Aquarius season. That's what you're supposed to do. And for those looking for new love who aren't interested in the past and you're good and there's no family drama, though for some of you it does have to do with, again, a fire sign, communicating with a fire sign that was putting you down. Again, another ace, a new chance, a new thought, a new epiphany, a new communication about who you want to build your life with and also your business with. This is a card of solid foundations and upward growth, upward mobility, celebrations too, weddings. Yeah, celebrating you, 3 of Cups, your soul tribe. But yeah, I mean, you have multiple cards. You have Lovers, 4 of Wands, and 2 of Cups. So something about your final advice or guidance is actually encouraging you to focus on love. Not to the point where it takes away from what you want to build career-wise, but yeah, love might be coming in for my Cancers. You also have a card of marriage, right? I'm sorry, it's a career and finances spread, but like these 4 cards are like, hey, what's up? You dating? Like, what you up to? How you doing? That's what this is saying to me, Cancer. But okay, juggling love and romance with your work might pose challenges. That's your advice or guidance. So again, protect yourself energetically. Make sure you're putting your heart and your investment, your money, your time in the right places. And don't be afraid to cut what isn't serving you. If a relationship is becoming more of a burdensome thing just to try and keep it running, that's a sign that it's not the one. To keep dating, keep putting yourself out there. You basically have your pick of the litter in terms of what sign you want to date next. You got all the aces. So yeah, whatever you set your mind to, Cancer, like you're going places. Keep vibing high because you have all the potential in the world here. Both 10s, the good 10s, right? All right, final career cards for Cancer. Always a long video with my Cancer tribe. Always. I love it. All right, for my Cancers, what wants to come out for Cancer? We'll take one more. I've been taking 3. Although for Cancer, why do I feel like we're going to get 4? 4, 4, 4. So many 4s. 4 aces. Nope, just 3. All right. Crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Something about animals came up here too. Like, I don't know if you're a veterinarian or I don't know, something about a communication or a feeling about animals. You feel their pain or something. Oh, that has to do with Leos, the lion. And again, maybe Scorpios, because those are both kind of like animals of the zodiac. You were the crab, maybe a Pisces. Interesting. And then freedom. You are free to do what you choose. Where's my 8? Where's my 8? We lost it. Whatever. The prison card, right? The mental prison you've been keeping yourself in. I'm not even going to look for it because I'm not supposed to find it because we're leaving that shit behind. Free yourself, Cancer. The false beliefs that you're still holding true, holding space for in your heart, in your mind, they're not serving you. Release them, right? Awesome message. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Please let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.